Now topic is memory segmentation continuation. Now let us take a code segment. We have assumed a code segment starting address is 10,000. Right here onward all instruction bytes are stored here. Right. So right side offset address of the each instruction bytes. So first instruction pointer points the offset address of first instruction byte IB0. IB0 that is 000. Only 1000 is stored in CS register. To access first instruction byte 0 and first instruction byte IB1 and IB0 and IB1, so microprocessor has to generate 10,000 address, 10,000 physical address, right? So IP register content 00 is added to the CS register after padding 0 in this way, so it will become 10,000 physical address. So then IB0 and IB1 are accessed with microprocessor no IP point 002 to access instruction by 2 and 3, right? So IP register contents are 002 is added to the code segment register contents. After padding 0, it will become 10,002. Then IP register, then from 10,002 and 10,003, two instruction byte IP2 and IP3 instructions are transferred to the microprocessor and executed. Now IP register points 004. Now it points the offset address of instruction byte 4 and 5, right? So this 004 is added to the code segment register content. After padding 0, it will become 10,004 physical address. So then microprocessor sends 10,004 physical address to the memory. It will get constraint byte 4 and 5. So in this way, IP register contents are added to the code segment register after padding 0. Then it will generate physical address like 10,000, 10,002, 10,004 and 10,006 to access the instruction bytes. So in this way, the physical address 10,000, 10,002, 10,004, 10,006 are generated by adding IP register content to the code segment register after padding 0 in this way. So this is what the generation of physical address generation in code segment. Now coming to the data segment. Now if you look at the data segment, we have assumed the starting address of the data segment is 30,000, right? So assume that we have some data 35H offset address 2500H. 2500H offset address, we have data, the physical address is 32,500. To access this data, microprocessor has to generate 32,500 physical address, right? This 2500H offset address is added to the data segment register having 3000 only. After padding 0, it will become 30,000. 30,000 plus 2500, it will become 32,500. So only 3000 data segment starting address is 30,000. Only 3000 is stored in the data segment register, that is 3000. So 0 is padded. After padding 0 to the data segment register, offset address is added. Then it will produce 32,000 physical address. Okay. So to read that data, so it has to send the 32,500H address and read signal, right? So from this 32,500H address, so 35H, the data is transferred to the microprocessor. So is read operation from the data segment. Right? So what is the write operation? So microprocessor has to send 32,500H address and a write signal, and whatever data microprocessor wants to write the data, that places on the data bus. From the data bus, this data is transferred to the 32,500H physical address. So this is what write operation, right? Now extra segment. So what is extra segment? Starting address we assume 50,000. Only 5,000 is stored in the ES register. Right? So if you want to access the data 45H at offset address 3500, so it has to generate physical address 53,500. Right? So offset address 53,500. Offset address 3500H is added to the ES register after padding 0, it will become 53,500. Right? So here, offset address of the data in extra segment must be in DA register. Right? In case of offset address of the data must be mentioned directly within the instruction 2500H address within the instruction, or you can mention in BX register or SI register. Right? That is in case of data segment. That is in case of extra segment, offset address of the data must be in DA register. So DA register is added to the ES register. So DA is having 35,500 plus 50,000, 53,500. So to access the data, so microprocessor will send 53,500 and read signal from this physical address 53,500. 45 is transferred to the data bus to the microprocessor. So this is a read operation in extra segment. So whatever the write operation, microprocessor will send at same address 53,500 and write signal and places the data on the data bus to be written. So that data is transferred to be that physical address 53,500. This is write operation in extra segment. Okay, so in this way physical address is generated in extra segment. Coming to the stack segment. In stack segment we assume the starting address is 70,000. Only 7,000 is stored in the SS register. Right? Suppose we have a data at offset address for 4500. Right? So to access this data, it has to generate microprocessor generate physical address 74,500. So how it is generated? Usually this offset address is mentioned in the SP register or BP register. So that BP register SP register is added to the SS register after padding 0. It will become 70,000 plus 4500. It will become 74,500. So how processor reads the data from the stack segment? It will send 74,500 and send a read signal. From the 74,500 physical address, data is transferred to the microprocessor. And next, microprocessor performs the write operation in the stack segment. It will send a 74,500 physical address and send a write signal and places the data on the data bus to be written into the memory. From this data bus, data is transferred to this physical address 74,500. So the offset address must be mentioned in the SP register or BP register in case of stack segment. So in all four segments, we have seen there is no physical address. Right? So offset address is added to the base segment register. Segment register after adding 0, it will generate physical address, 20-bit physical address or 5-digit physical address. So this is about all generation of the physical address. So physical address you can mention in this way: base address colon offset address. So base address is always in the segment register. Offset address can be in register or it can be directly within the instruction. Right? So 3000 colon 2500. So actually it is 32,500 physical address. In this way physical address is represented.